I was asking Christian about this. You're such an upbeat guy, and I wonder sometimes with coaches, when a team is 1-6, they can go one of two ways. They can be super critical, or they can try to lift the spirit of the team and say it's not as bad as it looks. What approach is Flo taking?
I don't think flow has changed. I think important, at least for me as a player, how I've always liked to be coached is somebody who's consistent. Because if you get a guy that is when you're losing and is this upbeat guy when you're winning, it turns into poor coaching. And we don't have that. We have a coach that's going to stay consistent. He's going to stay on us when we're losing. We're going to stay on us when we're winning. And that's what I like. Obviously, I can't speak for everybody on the team, but for me, that encourages me as a player. Like, hey, I'm going to get the same rules when I'm playing really well as when I play poorly.
So it's been a combination then of honesty in terms of mistakes being made, but also some level of upbeatness.
Yeah, of course. You never want to. When you start losing games, it's easy to get in that sulking, boo-hoo kind of mood. But it's important to make sure you still have high energy, because once you see the top dog quit, everybody else after the lead dog, everybody else is going to follow. So he's continued to stay at a high level, so we have to.
Without mentioning names, throughout your football playing career at any level, have you had a coach who had that kind of swing?
Not from the head coach. I've had position coaches when I was younger. That were like, if the receiver room does real well, he's real good, win or lose. But we were winning games, and it can get washed on the rug. But like looking back as a player, like, oh, when the receivers played well, we were kind of like, coach was happy. We might have lost, but like, coach was happy. But that's just kind of how the business goes. I guess, if you're doing your job right, you're kind of happier than if you're not.
You want a little go post one fake after the
Yeah. I thought about it. I considered it multiple times on my way over there, especially because it was against the Falcons. I was dunking on them in training camp. But knowing who they had back at return and knowing the situation in the game, I'm still there. And then I still got to point at Flo and laugh at him, because I know he'd be mad if I did dunk it.
So did they find you in season for the dunks?
Yeah, if it wouldn't have went over if I touched the goalpost. If I could have went over it, but I don't know, it was fourth quarter, legs is kind of heavy. I might not have made it. It was a risk I wasn't willing to take.
You were going a little Hingle McCringleberry?
Yeah, exact. Just 2 pumps. I didn't want to go to third.
Mac, Byron was saying sometimes when you're in a losing streak, sometimes the first thing that helps this team turn the season around is to get a win, right? Obviously easier said than done, but when it's up against the Bills, who you guys have obviously struggled, is there a little bit like a greater sense of urgency, I guess, when you're going up against a team that you definitely like maybe more so want to beat, division rival situation? I don't know.
For me personally, no. I think every week you come out and you have to have a sense of urgency. It kind of goes back to what I was saying about coaching, not going high and low. If you become a player that goes high and low, like, oh, we got this team, I got to play real good. We got a team that's record's not good, I'm not going to play as well. That's when you start fluctuating and not playing well. Or people will say, like, you're playing down to your opponent, or people play up to their opponent. It's usually because they're not preparing at the same level every week. So for me, it doesn't matter who we're preparing against or who we're playing against, because as you guys see every week, any team can get beat in this league. That's why it's designed to be 500. So, yeah, I prepare like we're playing in the Super Bowl every week.
Mac, do you know the next idea for your next TikTok video?
I do indeed. And you'll see it this Friday.
Okay, nice teaser. That's a good teaser.
Yeah, you'll see it this Friday.
Mac, this is kind of random, but you played with Mitch Trubisky in college, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so you'll see him on Sunday.
Yep.
I actually noticed that his career passer rating is 35th all-time in the NFL. So statistically, he hasn't been as bad as some people in Chicago think. My question is, do you think Mitch can actually be a good quarterback in the National Football League moving forward, or maybe somewhere else?
Yeah, for sure. Like you said, you don't get to the 35th in all time on a fluke, whether you played a long career or not. So I definitely think he has the capability to do it. And obviously I caught some touchdowns, so maybe I'm a little biased, but he can sling it.
I think you were.
I guess you got to say something nice, but how is Tua this week?
Listen, Tua, that dude, I wouldn't lie to you. Haircut, how he dressed. You see the ball he threw in the back of the end zone? Stop playing. Got the diamonds in his ears, VVs.
What do you think about Tua as Woody?
As Woody, he was great as Woody. The cap, I don't know, it was like a samurai cap. We kind of talked about it. It should have been a 5-gallon, but we'll blame Spirit Halloween for that.
What's your favorite Halloween candy?
I'm a peanut M&M guy. So, yeah.
I think on candy corn.
Oh, no.
Thank you.
No. Yeah, no. Yeah. I mean, I'll eat like one, but the whole bowl? Ooh, no.
I think you were Bob Ross last year. What do you got this
I
year?
was Bob Ross and E.T., so I always got something in the works. You don't have all this hair for nothing.
Is that what it's for? October?
Yeah, it's for one day a year.